team. Good morning. We're going to go through Zoho People today. We're going to go through the features of Zoho People and understand what are the modules, what all modules are available in Zoho and how it can be set up. Sharing my screen. So the moment the user logs in, he is redirected to a home screen of Zoho People, where we can see all these attributes or all these small minor dashboard components in the system. I have birthday part here. My favorite employees that I have marked as favorite, new hires to the organization, quick links. If I have set up any, I can easily click on this link and set up a quick link which I am accessing regularly. The approvals of leave which has come to me for approval, which is there. Attendance marking is available here by clicking on check-in. If I check in here, the check-in is activated. You can see here also the check-in can be initiated from the same system. You do get a mobile app for checking in and checking out. This can also be integrated to a biometric system. Down, I have the announcement section where I can publish an announcement as a HR and then announce it to the respective department, to the entire organization. And then I have leave report, which shows the available leaves in the system, how many are available for me, which I can avail in the system. Upcoming holiday list. If we have imported the holiday list, we will get to know the upcoming holiday list here. We have time logs for timesheet entry, assigning of jobs, cases if we have done any internal escalations or any internal issues have been raised to the HR team, we'll get to know in the case section. Timesheets and my jobs are tasks which are assigned to me is a part of jobs, and timesheets are the time which I'm spent on each task. That is going to be visible here in my timesheet. Billable and non-billable activities is again associated to the job, where I define while creating a task whether it is going to be a billable activity or a non-billable activity. Billable activity in the sense if I'm going to do against a project, that is going to be a billable activity. Then comes my performance module, where my goals are set in the system and I get to know how much I have achieved it. My files, if the organization has uploaded any files which I have to refer, that is going to be part of organization files. If employee has uploaded any file, that is going to be part of the employee files here. Anniversaries, if there's any work anniversary or any marriage anniversary, that is going to be put here in the anniversary section. Wedding anniversary, we do have a separate section which is custom created. Then I have attendance day summary, so I get to know how many employees are there in the system, how many check-ins has happened, how many people have not checked in or absent, that I'll get to know here. Today on leave employees, then employee engagements, like a survey part. So this is the home screen of Zoho People. Whenever a user logs in, is able to access this home screen. There's one more screen called services, where we get to know what all are the different modules part of Zoho People here. So I have lead tracker, which if I access, I'll get to know the leaves which is available for me. This is a detailed screen of what we previously saw in the home screen, where each leave type and everything is visible here. We do have the option for defining leave policies or making leave policies enable automatically based on the employment type or age or marital status. That is also possible. For applying a leave, you can click on apply leave here. Form comes up where he can set the type of leave which he wants to apply, the date on when he wants to apply this. Accordingly, the balance date, current balance available leaves, currently blocked number of leaves, and after blocking what is the balance leave is estimated here. Which on submit, you go for one level of approval. Approval can be done in this way. If I can click on this record and approve or reject this, I can pass a comment here and approve or reject the respective request. Reject it for the current scenario and I close this. I get to know here. Next section which I have is the time tracker, where in the time tracker, this is not a detailed project management module. It's a miniature version where I can define projects here. This can be defined by click on by clicking on add project. I can add a project here, project name or which project this is assigned to, the user who is going to be working on the project, rate per hour for the specific project, reminders if required, billing status. So this is where we are going to define whether it is a billable project or a non-billable project. I can cancel this. against the project, we can go on creating multiple jobs. That is how the job card comes in into the picture. Now, if I go to log time, I will have an option to select the job here. If I select the job accordingly, the project and the this is auto selected, and I can start the timer stating I'm working on the project or a task. Once my task is completed, I can stop the timer and mark it as stopped. Next comes my attendance module, where in the attendance module, I'll have visibility of the check-in and checkouts happen for the day, of my resources, and for myself. There can be a report section where we can see or we can define the different check-in options, when they have to check in, when they have to check out. That can be defined here. At an overview level, this is the check-in checkout option. We have a regularize option to regularize the attendance. If I am supposed to check in at 9:30 and I'm checking it at 10:59, then I can update the time as 9:30, and this can go for one level of approval to the management. And my checkout time is going to be 30. Once the management approves it, this can get updated onto the system, and check-in and checkout is added. Now, next, again going back to services, I have the performance module. Performance module will touch later on in a different video. Then I have the file system, where in the file system I have option for uploading files here, organization files, employee handbook can be uploaded here. Then organization HR related, if we have any templates, exit process or the candidate onboarding confirmation process, that can also be defined here. Then I have the organization setup, where at the organization setup, I'll get to know the number of employees or the employee details who are working in the organization. Department section, we are going to define the different departments involved in this process. Then I have designation section, where in designations, we are going to talk about the different designations in the followed in the organization. Based on this and the employee information, there is an organization tree which will get formed or created automatically, which shows who is reporting to whom and also their departments. Next, I have travel, which is a custom form which we have developed in the system. So if someone has to make a travel, they actually have to log in into the system and raise the request. Internally, post approval is when the employee can travel. Then we have compensations. Compensations is like, let's say he wants to take an additional day of compensation since he was working on Saturday, Sunday. That can be defined here and it can also be applied here. Cases, as we discussed, announcement also we have discussed. We do get an LMS module, where in the LMS module, we can define a course like technical skills. And within this, we can go on defining the modules available in the course. We can upload the file so that members can access the file, go through it. Notes, passing of notes can be done here. Discussions can also be done here. We can add a trainee and a trainer in this module so that both of them can go on completing or go on complete the course here, which is defined in the technical skills. These are the standard modules available in the people application. We do get an onboarding process, where in the onboarding process, we define an onboarding link where employee can actually, when the recruiter is onboarding an employee, they can trigger this link to the employee. He can log in or he can define a password and log in using his personal email ID, fill up his basic information so that the main internal HR team can view it, review it, and update it, and then onboard him as an employee to the organization. Likewise, we also have an employee exit process, where in the exit process, employee can come in and fill up the exit form and submit it, where we can define a workflow where it goes to multiple departments. They can approve it, they can reject it, or once all the departments are approved, the exit formality can be considered as completed. All of these are the different features available in Zoho People. Next, we have standard reports in the application. We have employee related reports. We have organization related reports. We have specific users related reports. So, for example, if I click on my report, I get to know my leave balances, how many leaves are available in the system, what are the balances. Likewise, I have attendance report, check-in, check-out, absent report, time tracker report, performance report, and LMS report. team report, I'll get to know team-wise information, who is available on which day, who is not available, and that related information is going to be available. Then we have organization related reports. Almost all the user or the HR team's requirement is completed in the analytic report here. This is the total overall available features of Zoho People.